scheduled. That better not be scheduled. Jay, will you check this?
What is it? What is it for? What do you need me to do?
I'll send you the link.
YouTube?
Yeah, the link's coming.
This?
Should be live. Yeah,
You are.
I am. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay. All right, everybody. So I'm gonna be doing some beginners tips. I have a friend that's actually starting the game, and but they're on PlayStation, so we can't play together. So we're gonna try to do it this way. Obviously, if you got anybody out there has questions, comments, concerns,
Ah,
other
don't
helpful
you just
tips,
love the smell
chime
of
right in.
radiated ash?
Cake, powder, candy, home.
Telling me the same fortune. You will pop your next balloon. How does
You
she
will pop
always
your next
know?
balloon.
Welcome to Nuka World on tour. Would you like a balloon?
Challenges. Okay, talk to me about bobbleheads. They aren't permanent. No, no, bobbleheads are not permanent. Um, So bobbleheads, depending on what perk cards you actually have installed on your character, can determine how long they actually work for. If you use one bobblehead, like let's say you want to do strength, but then you also take an intelligence one, it's supposed to cancel that out. So like,
Have you met my
I
friend
don't know if this
Bruno
character's
yet?
got any
They
bobbles or
say
not.
he is the strongest vault in
So
the
it's got a
sky.
caps one. Not a very good one to start out with to show you. I'll have two. Um, but the perk cards that you can actually do is under luck, and you can do the benefits of bobbleheads and magazines last twice as long, and that's curator. So that makes it better. What I do with all these perk cards I can't use. Okay, so you can't use them right now. Eventually, you may want them, so you can keep them for as long as you want. Or you can actually just push start down here at the bottom. It's the start button, and it says scrap, and it says, do you want to scrap these cards for 2 perk coins? The perk coins will later be used to buy legendary perks once you hit level 50. But some of them you can't use because you're not high enough level yet, which kind of stinks. Because you're like, oh, I could definitely use that one, and you can't use it. It'd be nice at first if they'd let you swap them out, but they do not. Okay. What else you got? Have you figured out how to use the script machines yet? or train stations. It's okay if your mind's blank. It'll come to you, I'm sure. So I'll just go over some stuff that you probably need to know. So first and foremost, especially when you first start out, try to stick to over here next to the vault. Most of the stuff that's in green cannot be nuked. It's a safety mechanism, so that way you don't get into trouble, basically. The characters and enemies you encounter here are supposed to be lower levels, so that way you can take care of them. However, if you stay over here, you're not going to be able to level up your characters fast, because the best way to level up your character is actually attend events. Now you have two different types of events. You have like these little events. Let's see what they actually call them. They just call them a regular event. But it doesn't have an exclamation point. So if it has an exclamation point, that one gives you better rewards. And you can also fast travel there for free. You can't fast travel for free to any of these. So like Irrational Fear is going on. It says join event for 36 caps. That one's a really hard event, by the way, so don't do that one. And the other events will actually tell you what level you should be. As long as there's a bunch of people there, most people are going to help you up. I mean, at least on Xbox, that's how it works. We don't normally just let people die unless, you know, they die like 1,000 times or we just can't get to you or something. Give me a minute. The what? Oh, the legendary script machine. I was standing right in front of it. That's why I asked if you knew what it was. Ooh, Tunnel of Love. This one's not as important until you get to a higher level, but the thing is if you get weapons that you don't want or armor that you don't want, you just come up to a train station or to Nuka World down here and you just push A to use it. Your new stuff will pop up in the new category, otherwise go to inventory and it'll only show you what you can get rid of. So like you get this and then you actually script it. So you can see in the bottom right I have 600 script, so that's how much I actually have that I can trade in right now. Okay, so you have to pay to fast travel. It sucks, I know. So let me tell you the places that you need to try to figure out, try to visit as fast as possible, which kind of sucks, but so Vault 76 is a free fast travel location. So if you need to fast travel, like if you're anywhere on the map and you need to get up here, always fast travel to Vault 76 first, because you're going to be closer and you won't have to waste as much coins. The next place that's free is up here in the top of the map. It's the crater. You'll have to discover that location, unfortunately. It's part of one of the actual like story plot, but you can still discover it and use it nonetheless, basically. So the next one is down here next to this wonderful observation tower, and that's Fort Atlas. That's the Brotherhood, yet another expansion pack where you could actually, you know, it's story related. You can still use that one. And then you also have Foundation, which is the green thing. It's like straight down in the middle at the bottom, basically. That's also part of the Crater and Foundation are opposing factors. I can't even think of the word. Basically, they're opposing each other, and so like you usually side with one or the other. And that's the other fast travel location that's free. And then Nuka World is free to fast travel to. So as you can see, it says fast travel and there's no charge. So basically if you see anything that spawns, like any event that pops up down here, like this one's got an exclamation point, you say join event, you don't have to pay for it. So you just join the event. Sometimes it glitches out. I know it stinks, but sometimes it glitches out and it won't allow you to do it. And just try to do it, but the thing is like you don't have to pay for that. Then you'll be able to discover Nuka World on tour, so that'll be a free way to do it.
By finding those and setting them up.
Looks like they already started this. So Nuka World's the newest expansion that they just added. There's not a whole lot of story plot with it. There's like one little quest you can do. Like this character that I have, that I'm playing with right now, it hasn't done anything. Like literally nothing. Okay, so they got 4 of 6. Where are these things missing at? Or oh, it's back in the back. I thought they got this first already. I died. You're gonna die a lot. I'm sorry. You will literally die. But the thing is the only thing you lose is anything that's in your inventory as junk. That is literally the only thing you'll drop. The little like drop bag. You'll have like a little loot bag that shows up, and you'll actually have like a Jolly Roger's like skeleton with crossbones. They'll show up on the map, and it'll show you exactly where your stuff is at on the map. Like, you can't fast travel back to that exact location, which kind of sucks. But you can. Oh, we gotta find parts now. But you can like get close enough to it so that way you can go pick it up. Especially when you just start out, like if you come to an event like this, you don't need to use all your bullets, because bullets suck, but you do kind of need something that will, see, I just died. That Deathclaw just swiped me. But anyway, when you come to these events, basically what you want to do is you want to try to tag as many enemies as you possibly can. So that way you get XP for hitting them, basically. The other thing that I would suggest is anytime you play, like this is completely different from Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, is that you go in and you go to your social, which is in the start screen on the map, and you just go up to public teams, and you want to join any casual team that has less than 4 players. You get an XP boost for joining, and depending on how many people are actually on the team, if they're at the event with you, anything they kill, you'll get part of the XP for that. So it helps you level up so that way you can get basically to a better place with your character faster. Oh, we need to eat and drink, huh? Yeah, always join a team. That's exactly what I would tell you to do. You don't have to do anything with that team whatsoever. Like, literally, the only time you'd have to do anything with the team is if you join one that says expeditions or daily ops. That's why I said join the casual team. The casual team gives you intelligence boost, so you'll get more XP. Now, if like sometimes we have like a event that pops up every hour because it's like seasonal or whatever. When that happens, a lot of people will join an events team because they feel like they get more XP. But you get more XP, in my opinion, for the casual, because every single enemy you tag, you're getting, you know, more XP for tagging each enemy. So like it doesn't matter how many, and then you get more XP for completing the events. So the daily ops is a completely different event. You should be a higher level to complete those. I would say you need at least be like a 25 or higher, and you gotta have lots of bullets. If you definitely need a gun that needs bullets, this is the event to go to. Like if you have a minigun, you will get so many minigun bullets it'll make your head swim after you get done. And it'll help you level up pretty fast too. But the thing is you really need people to go in there with. So I would say unless you see a team that needs an extra player, then I would not join to start your own, basically, until you get to a higher level. Looting the bodies, I'm sure you probably figured this out now. So like here's a body here. You can go to take, and that will take the stuff that's from the body. I just of course got rid of it. Or you could do X by do nearby corpses, and if you want to take all, you just push X. So like all nearby corpses, I can take all that stuff, but it shows me stuff. So just do X for take all, and I'm done. Yeah, breaking down weapons is the best way to learn plans. It also gives you, it can in the beginning give you like a little bit of XP for doing it. It's better to craft stuff though, because that definitely gives you XP. But obviously the more you craft something, the least XP you get. Like when you first craft something, you get a bunch of XP because it's like, oh, you crafted something new. I thought that was the thing up here. If you see military ammo bags, always pick those up. It gives you ballistic fiber. You can never have enough ballistic fiber, and that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so if you go to any workbench, you just go up to it and you push X to scrap items, and it'll automatically scrap all your junk. So just make sure it's not anything in your junk that you want to keep. And you just do scrap all, so that way it actually drops your weight. So like I went from 404 to 397. And then you can actually start scrapping all the weapons that you have, and you can get plans for doing that. Like I just got a hardened receiver. Stinging magazine. And now I'm going to do all these mole miner gauntlets. What else you got? Let's see. I start writing down stuff so that way I can try to do a video. So I can start telling you some of the stuff that I have written down. You can tell me if you feel like you want to know about it. So I went over scrap junk. I went over some of the XP. I went over the fast travel locations. Mutations is something that you really should wait on. I did that already.
How can I make your day more fun?
That's mutations. Go over your Pip-Boy a little bit if you want to. Go over your hotkeys. I'm in a place that is at too high a level, so I'm fighting to stay alive. But I'm listening. You're hilarious. Yeah, so when you first start out, like, everything's going to kill you. And I mean everything. Like, everything is going to kill you. And don't be upset about that, because literally it's not your fault. It's just part of the learning process. It's part of leveling up your character. And there's not a whole lot you can do about it except for just to power through. And don't carry junk with you. Like, that's my best advice. Don't carry junk. Let's see here. Okay, so if you, I don't know if you've gotten to the part where you build a camp. Like, I can show you how to place a camp. And all that fun stuff. So I think that one's not my camp. Where is my camp? Oh, it's down here right now. You can fast travel to your camp for free as well. And if you join a team with somebody, you can also fast travel to all their tents for free as well, or their camps. So that's another reason to join a team, because you get free fast travel. So like when I first start playing, like if I saw somebody on the map next to where a quest was at, I would try to figure out if they were on a team. Like I'd look at their name, and then I'd look in all the teams and see if they're on a team. And if they were on a team that wasn't full, I literally would join their team just so I could fast travel to be closer to the location, so I didn't have to use caps. Oh my god, this thing's putting out some candy. Brain fungus. Oh, let me get some milk.
precious junk all
The other
around.
thing you can do when you travel to other people's camps is you can actually find plans for super cheap. And if high level players come over to you, most of the time, they're gonna, well, I don't know how it is on PlayStation, so I feel bad even saying this, but like on Xbox, if you have a high level player come up to you, a lot of times they're gonna try to give you something, so that way it will help you. Like you come out of the vault now with so much stuff, it's ridiculous. Like we didn't come out with a gun and bullets and stuff like that. You came out literally with your fist and that was it. You also have a book bag which helps your carry weight. You can level that up though every single time by going over to that's the weapons workbench. That's my chemistry workbench. As you can see, my house is a work in progress. Oh, I guess I have one. I thought I had one out here. Guess not. Okay. So you just go over to it and you just would do modify. And you find your backpack, like yours probably say small backpack. And you just click on it. And then it says what mods you have available, if you have any. You can have it insulated, you can have high capacity. There's a couple other ones like lead lined. Anyway, you can put flare on it from there, but the thing is you can also, well, crap, you can't do it that way. Well, that's how you modify your backpack. If you need to level up your backpack, you basically have to scrap the one that you have, but make sure that you can actually make it. And you just would go to backpack, and you would make another backpack. So you do small backpack, and like you're level 10, you can now carry 10 carry weight. You know, level 20, you get 15, 30, 20, and so on until you get to 50. 50 is where everything pretty much caps out. Some guns cap out around 40 or 45 though. Let's see. So if you have a camp, one of the things that you might want to do is if you get, let's see. I'm doing all the wrong buttons. Oh, that's what I'm doing. What's going on, Jay? Your wrist hurting you?
Yeah. Just trying to.
So let's see here. If you go to beds, okay, water. So water's something that you definitely want to try to drink whenever you have it. That's going to be something that's hard to get at first, but purified water, so you don't become too irradiated, because it'll give you a little bit of a buff. Let's see here, where's beds? So if you put down a bed, or you find a bed, you'll get a buff for sleeping in the bed, basically. So like you just go over and you do rest, and then after like 30 seconds to a minute, it'll say you have a buff. So I'm not sure if you have to find the plans for the backpack or not. I can tell you exactly where to go get it. The only thing is like the because this is something that's new and they don't give it to characters that haven't gotten the backpack plan, which really sucks. Like I have 2 other characters that do not have the backpack plan, and they do not have it just because they added it, which kind of sucks. But I'm not sure if you can or not. So what I would do before you scrap your book bag is make sure you can make it. So just go over to the workbench and try to make it. I'm trying to wait for this buff here. There it is. It says you feel well rested, and that gives you an XP buff for either an hour to 3 hours, depending on which buff you end up getting. But it's the armor workbench that you can actually craft the book bag. So you just would go to craft and go to backpack. If you don't see backpack right at the top, then you can't do it. People's there doing this. My world has riding shotgun. Somebody started that. Do you want me to tell you where to get the backpack plan now, or do you want to wait and see if you can actually craft it? Project Paradise. No, thank you.
You and I stick together like
Why
excess
don't you allow me to work here?
adhesive.
Brain fungus. Gotta get all that brain fungus. So I can get my berry mentats going. We have double script, Jay. Tell me where? Okay. So, I'll start out at Vault 76 so it's a little bit easier for you to keep up with where things are at. So, I'm at Vault 76. Where you want to go is straight over to your right at Morgantown Airport. You might know the train station. Train stations are your best friend, by the way. You still have to pay to get to them. But you can go in, rearrange your cards. There's usually a workbench there. You can often find, we used to find a lot of ammo there, but since people have the ammo stash box, I'm sure that that is few and far between, but a lot of times the suitcases will have something in it. If you have stuff that you don't want, basically it's weighing you down, you can always put it in there and somebody else might need it. You can also sell stuff to the vendor bot here. Here's your what makes you special card punch machine, so you can actually change your cards out. I'm not sure when, like what level, or if you can just start at any time. Workbench, all the fun stuff. Alright, anyway, so where you want to go is to Morgantown Airport. If you go to Morgantown Airport, even if you have the location discovered, it's literally going to put you almost right beside the train station anyway, so that's why I just went ahead and started it here. You just run from the train station straight across, and as you can see, there's going to be enemies. It's just some scorched. Alright, so once you cleared this out, so that way you're not going to get attacked and you know, killed, basically. There's another one running around in here. I just saw him. There he is. Oh, there's a couple more. What you want to do is you want to go into the train station. So you came from that direction there. You want to go straight in here to where it says arrivals through this door. Now there's going to be more enemies down here, so make sure that you have something that you can kill them with. You probably die quite a few times. I remember the first time I did this, I thought that we'd never make it to the bottom of the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure I died like 4 or 5 times. But I like to hoard everything. I don't know if that's the way you like to play, but I hoard everything, so backpack's important to me. So that's, as soon as I found out that you could get a backpack, I'm like, where do you get that? How can I get one? Anyway, you basically want to clear out all the enemies in this, and you want to make your way down. I don't know if this elevator works. I don't think it does. So just clear out all the enemies. And head down. I probably should start picking up some of this ammo. Well, there you are. Okay. This is the way I came. It's so confusing being in here. This is the bathroom. There. Okay. I think I already have the key to that. Anyway, so you'll walk through the metal detector because you like go down and then you're gonna go up some stairs. Like you'll be able to go back and like watch this again, and like you can actually see where I went to. Anyway, you'll want to go downstairs here. Open these doors, and there's gonna be more bad guys, of course. And then head through this door here. You need to get this key, Morgantown Airport, from this dead responder corpse there. I feel like there's a key or something on the floor too, is there? Yeah. Anyway, so then you'll go back up the stairs and go to this wonderful little keypad and use the ID card reader. You're a hoarder too. I thought that that's what you said you did. I thought you said that you definitely hoarded stuff too. Oh, am I missing any doors? No, I don't think so. Can't go that way. Good grief. Requires terminal. Open door. Is this it? Hell to the Yizzow. Alright. So after you cleared out all this wonderful fun stuff here, we're just walk through the ID card reader. You just head straight to the back. You'll go past this plane that looks like it's crashed through the top of the thing, and you'll come back here where it says employees only. This door doesn't need a key or anything. You just open it up. There'll be some dude sitting in here usually. Where the frick did he go? There he is. Anyway, you can talk to him and he'll like give you a mission and stuff. Anyway, you go into the overseer's cache and you just look through all the stuff, and there'll be a plan for a small backpack. It's non-transferable, so just learn it. If you already know it for whatever reason, then I guess you'll need it, and you can just throw it on the ground because it'll say this will be destroyed. But you can't give it to anybody else anyway, so just go ahead and let it get destroyed. Hopefully that was clear as mud on that. see if I got anything else I can go over. I went over the buffs. I already told you about if you die. Oh, that's an important one. Okay. So, I think, is it level 20 or 25 you can turn on pacifist mode? You remember what level it is? I don't think it is. At a certain level, it'll actually tell you after you've reached the level that you can engage in battle with other players. Most people don't want to do that because that means that basically if you run into somebody or accidentally shoot somebody, like if they jump in front of you, if you're at an event, that it will prompt them to actually be able to kill you. So you don't really want that. So what you'll do is you'll go to the map here. You go to left. Well, I don't know what yours is. You go to the menu. And then you go to, let's see here, settings, game, and it says pacifist mode. You just want to make sure that it's on. See, mine's off, so you just want to make sure that it's on. It can be useful at times to have it off, like certain little things that you can do when you're building a camp. You can kind of destroy stuff and then like not rebuild it, and then like you can make things float and stuff. It looks pretty cool. But you gotta have somebody come over, engage in a fight, and then mess up that stuff in order for it to work, basically. It's kind of weird. Jason's the builder. I'm not really the builder. So there's pacifist mode for you. Let's see here. So your caps, you have a daily limit of caps at the train station for 1,400 caps. So let me just go over here to the train station. I think I'm like right there, but whatever. Because at first you're going to have issues like keeping up with stim packs and a lot of times water and food and stuff like that. Like if you're fully fed, you get some little bit of a buff. See if I got anything in here I can eat real quick. Here I got some popcorn. Purified water. Anyway, like if you do that, you'll actually be able to see the effects under your status here. So you just go down and it says well rested. That's it's a 5% XP boost. My casual team bonus, I have 3 to my intelligence. That's where I joined the team, so that means I get more XP. You can see any type of addictions you have. You can also see any type of diseases you've picked up and what it's actually doing. But fully fed, strength +1, which is always good if you are a hoarder, because that gives you 5 extra pounds of carry weight. It increases your max health and your disease resistance. And then fully hydrated gives you more endurance, AP regen, which is for your VATs and in your run, and disease resistance as well.
Don't face the wasteland.
So did you just do the train station
supply.
or the... What did you just do?
If you have supplies to trade, I can be of service.
You know what? I can get rid of this.
Be sure to stock up while you can.
So while I'm waiting for you to tell me about what you just did, because I'm sure you're probably getting ready to get killed or something crazy. Max caps is 40,000, so you can't go over that. Like I said, you can buy things from people's vending machines. You can buy things from the train station. A lot of times, plans are going to be cheaper at most people's houses. Do not pay more than 10 caps for most plans. Almost all plans should be less than 10 caps. There are some that are super rare, and you do want to pay more for them, but I would say just wait. You just turned on pacifist. Yeah. I'm glad you did that. It's very important.
Authorized to trade supplies and
Anyway, like
equipment.
you can come in here whenever this this guy, whatever his name is, Wu Zirkin, gets away from the responder bot, I'll show you what you can do. One of the best ways to get caps, in my opinion, is
Now,
number one, you can do a water
for
farm, which is what a lot of people do.
ammunition, and
So if you
gear.
get a large water, what is it? It's not a water cooler, but the water purifier. Like, you have to be at a place where there's a river, some type of water source, in order to make this. You get 5, like, every, was it 20 minutes or so? And then you can
If
sell
you have
those.
supplies to trade,
The
I
other
can
thing
be
is if you
of
want people to come
service.
to your camp, especially when you first start out, so that way you can get caps, like, build it anywhere close to 76 or any of the train stations. So you got Sutton right here, Charleston's right there. The place that most people go is White Springs, though. Like, if you're looking for something, like if you
Don't
need
face
bullets or you
the
need a plan or
wasteland
something, like
without
if you go to
the
White Springs, that's
proper
normally where people dump
supply.
things. But they just gave us this ammo stash box if you have Fallout first, and so I imagine that that's not going to be a thing that much longer. Morgantown Station, obviously, you can build right up there. See, like, here's this player right here, has their camp there. They have meds, junk, explosive, it looks like. So it'll tell you if they got this little V, the little green, that means they got a vendor. If they have the orange thing, that's for pumpkins for Halloween. Let's see here. Does somebody have a vault? There's one. Okay. This right here, the nuclear sign, is a vault. So, like, sometimes for your daily, it'll say visit another player's shelter. So you'll need to do that. You get the shelter by going to Vault 51. It's not the easiest task, especially if you don't have any way to get up there, so you'll be hoofing it for quite a while. And they give you one free shelter, so it's always nice. Let's see here. There's certain things you can't build in the shelters. Is this dude still in here? No, okay. Anyway, the best way, I think, is not just the water farm.
Stock
I think
up
there's this
now
one
while
event called
supplies
Moonshine Jamboree.
are
Do not go
available.
to it unless, number one, you have lots of ammo. Number two, there's other players there, like high-level players. And do not start the events until other players show up. You'll have a countdown clock. You don't have to start it as soon as you get there. You can literally wait for other people to show up, and that will help
Welcome,
you out immensely.
citizen.
But anyway,
I am
one of the things that you can do is
to
you
trade
basically try to tag
supplies.
everything at the event, as many of them as you can. There'll be a bunch of gulpers, and there's some really big ones. Anyway, you get their gulper meat, and then you go cook it. It'll give you a bunch of XP, and then you'll have gulper slurry. And that stuff will give you a bunch of caps, and you can usually max out your caps if you do that event
and
at least
other
once. So, I mean,
supplies
that's
available
always a good
here.
thing. Let's see here. So you get the 1,400 caps unless they're doing caps of plenty, which they're not doing this weekend. If they do caps of plenty, it's just double. But you can go in and sell your stuff here. The more charisma you have, the higher your prices
Welcome,
will be.
citizen.
So, like,
I
you
am
can, at
authorized
some point, I
to
think it's level
trade
25,
supplies.
you can actually have more than one loadout. And so, like, I have this one, I called it Build a Bear, basically. So that way, because that's the one I use to, like, build stuff, like my camps and everything. So that way, like, I get the most bang for my buck, basically. Like, when you scrap stuff at your camp, you get more pieces and stuff. So the perk card layout is all different. And, like, you can change everything about it. So I don't know if you saw mine before, but basically that's what it does. So, like, I have a scrapper and chemist, armorer. I have something called Super Duper, which is a very good one. I got the ammo smith one. So, like, basically anytime I go to make stuff, this is the class I use. So I already have things there for me. But my charisma's way up on this character, so that way I can get the best prices
Be
possible.
sure to
So that way I can get the
stock
most money.
up while you can.
Because as you can see, I only got 11,000. Which isn't terrible, but it's not great either. But, like, purified water, I get 5 caps for each one. So,
Resupply here, citizen.
what else you got? What level are you? Probably got a plan or two I could get rid of. Nope, radiation emitter. I'd keep that for later. Take that. want to do that. I want to learn that. I'm sure you figured out Stash Box. The Stash Box is at every train station as well. It's also at Nuka World, and it's at the White Springs. Now, Line in the Sand, that's a good one. Let's see here. You just hit 20? Nice. You're moving along quite nicely. So what other questions do you have that you can, I mean anything, like literally anything at all? If I don't know the answer, like I can probably find it. Or maybe Jason will know it. I can let you know that you can have up to 5 characters if you befriend somebody, and I mean like you need to be really good friends with them. Once you find a weapon that you like, you'll start to get a bunch of weapons that you like, but you won't be able to carry or hold them all. And then you'll be like, well, I don't know if I want to get rid of these or not. You'll want to put them somewhere, so you'll get what they call a mule character, but you gotta have somebody that you trust that can mule with you, because otherwise they'll just steal all your stuff, which is not fun. So like I have 2 characters that are mules, and the one cannot walk at all. Like, it's sad. I think they have 1,700 pounds on them. It's pretty impressive. Power armor. Okay, power armor. Is it level 20 or 25, Jay? For power armor. I was gonna say I can find out real quick. Oh, let me switch my cards because I won't be able to go anywhere.
I thought you could get into the skeleton right away though.
Yeah, you can get into the power armor frame anytime, but power armor and armor, where's the plan for the thing that lets me work on them? Okay. That is the power armor plan. It's part of a quest line. You can get it from a quest line, but I also think that it's available down here, which is one of the bad areas. It's at this, let's see here. Let's see if I can get in here. Well, I don't even have it. See, this is a brand new character, so I'm going to have to go down here. You know the power armor frame? The station that you get? Where you have to get the plan. So the plan is, isn't it, like, I know that it's through, that you get it through an actual mission, but you had a character that didn't have it, and you had to go find it.
I think it's down there.
It's at Watoga, right?
Welcome.
So this place is full of robots. You do not want to cross some of these, like Assaultrons, man. They're invisible. They will kill you, like bad, like real bad. But like you can climb into any frame.
Here we go again.
Like right there, Mr. Handy, stay away from me. Okay. And there's the Assaultron. He's gonna freaking kill me, I'm sure. So anyway, now I'm down here trying to. Anyway, so basically head towards anything that's not actually where you haven't found it yet. Like you can see on my map, that have things that aren't filled in. You just keep on walking until you fill all those in, basically, and one of them is a store. There's so many robots down here, though. But you can work on them at Nuka World. this is the Civic Center, so that just got filled in. Oh, that's glitched out, it looks like. Transit hub. I'm assuming that this one's probably... If I don't soon find this stupid thing, I'm just going to show you how to get there. It's super easy. I'm going to show you how to get there. So, go back to the train station.
You gotta complete it to get the station. You gotta complete it by request.
Minor Miracles is the quest. Is that the one where you can go down and actually start it at the plant though?
I think so.
Alright, so this is the Watoga train station. I believe, I'm almost positive that Jason didn't do the quest. I'm almost positive that he didn't do the quest for a long time because it's a pain in the butt. But anyway, you just run straight across. You'll go through the school buses. You'll see all this fun stuff here. As you can see, I can jump high because I have a mutation. Where in the fuck am I going? Oh, here it is. Take a right. And you see this S&D. And this is a store. So it's a trading post. See, I don't know it.
Hi
Watoga
there,
Shopping
citizen.
Plaza.
Super duper mart. is
Anyway,
where you will
you
find
go over here to
amazing
this
deals
vendor
on
bot
the finest
Phoenix,
food.
and you just go to plans,
Super
and I'm
Duper
pretty
Mart,
sure
best place for
he
super
has
duper deals.
a
Welcome.
thing for you.
Hello. Please see our helpful automated staff if you need anything at all. Welcome to Super Duper Mart.
Now, I
Future
can't
of
remember the
grocery
name of the
stores.
actual plan. But I feel like Jason definitely came over here and got that.
What?
But you got the plan
For what?
for the power. Here it is, Power Armor Station plan, right here. So, yay, I did remember correctly. So, I mean, like we did this when we first started. I mean, that's been years ago now. But anyway, Power Armor Station plan. So, just find the Watoga shopping bot, which you can get to from the station. But the thing is there's a lot of robots. This is a very dangerous area, so if you're trying to get down here, you're probably going to run into a lot of enemies. So just be prepared. It's a pretty big struggle. The other way to do it is if you go to train station, like, let me go here, because I don't think Watoga has it. Watoga's kind of like a late stage train station that you find. Let's see here. So here's Sutton. Now there's posters inside of the train stations that you can read. So let's see here. Okay. So like there's this one here, responders, that's the White Springs. But if you actually read them, it'll like prompt you to do a quest if you've not done it yet. So like this one says shelters. That one says party. There's one for the actual whatever it's called. Let me see. Does White Springs have it? Maybe this one has it. Let me go here. Show you on the map for the actual place you can buy it. Let's see if it's in here. This one doesn't have it either. Anyway, there's one poster that's got like lumberyard or something on it. You got it. Okay. Did you actually get the plan? Oh, Cappy. So did you find the location, or did you get the plan, or you got both? If you want to do the minor miracles, though, I'm pretty sure you start it by going down here. Let's see here. Oh no. No, I got to fix that. No. Come on, reload. Oh, come on now. Stop being a pain in my butt. Reload.
Security operation in progress. Stand clear of security perimeter.
You found where to go on the map. Okay, good. That thing's gonna blow up. Alright, anyway. If you go over here, you'll see this. This is what the poster looks like. Anyway, you do examine, and it should start the quest, Minor Miracles. And you basically have to go down in here, and it makes you build a whole set of power armor, and then you get the power armor station plan. So that is right down here at the Garen Estate. But if you see that poster in one of the train stations, you could read it, and it'll show you exactly where to go on the map. It's
You know
rebooting.
exactly where to go on the map.
My TV is doing something funky. Oh, that sucks. Yep. Uh-huh. Well, let's see here. What? Get coffee? Okay. Okay. So what other questions do you have? Of course, if you can't afford the power armor station, you can just come down here, and there's one right here for you to work on. You just take the actual, you have to take the chassis out, and you'll have to put it on, and then you walk it over here, get out, and then you can work on it. You think your TV's about to go and it's only a year old? Jeez, man, that sucks.
The same
What
fortune.
brand is that?
Pop your next balloon. How does she always know?
I'm pretty sure you probably didn't get some cheap TV either. Here's Capstash. Hi, Jason. Yeah, he went to get some coffee. We're on a delay, so it takes a while for me to see. Like, what you're seeing has already happened. It's like, it's supposed to be like 20 or 30 seconds.
Really go for a Friday burger right about now.
Let's see here. So, let me try to think of other things that I feel like you might want to know. I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen some of the weight management cards already, like Traveling Pharmacy and Bear Arms,
Would you care for a
Sturdy
balloon?
Frame. Oh, it's an LG OLED.
Smile on, keep the energy up.
So it's definitely not a cheap TV. I don't own any LGs. I told you my loyalty for Xbox runs deep. Well, when I worked at GameStop, every single system has their own company that they work with. So like when they bring out a new system and they have the actual like demos in the store or whatever, like it comes with its own TV. You know, because that's the one that works best, that looks best with the system. Like Sony uses Sony, and Xbox uses Samsung, so I use Samsung. It's terrible, I know. I'm sure you're like, bleh. Needs to refresh the pixels for a better picture. Well, I mean, that's nice and good and all, but might not need to do that. Let's see here. Go to settings. Maybe display. Is it display? Might be under your actual settings in your...
Would you care for a balloon?
Some of the games have like a thing where you can like turn off that it looks the best, like it just runs better. So like you can usually choose, do you want to be able to play the game basically and you have like messed up pixels, or do you want the game to be beautiful? And like most of the games have an option where you can choose one or the other. PlayStation probably has something where you can do it. Like mine, this actual one, it has like a frame rate boost. Yeah, it is interesting. A frame rate boost, because it's something that Xbox did, and obviously since they own Bethesda now, it's like just one of the things, I guess. But anyway, like you just went in and like you downloaded this little extra attachment, basically, that up the frame rate. Sony TVs suck. Yeah, I don't like Sony either. But Samsung is... I think I have 3 Samsung TVs, and not one of them, even the one that was like a cheap Walmart special on Black Friday, the thing is probably 5 years old now, and it still works great. Like every Samsung I've ever had works great. The TV I had before that was... It's like this off-brand TV. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, those things, if I can remember what it is, those TVs, if you can find one, because they're not like they're a major brand, but they're not a major brand, if that makes sense. It's kind of like Philips. You know, Philips is a trusted brand for a lot of things, but they also make TVs. But this, I can't remember who made it. But anyway, that TV, like I did a bunch of research before I bought my first flat screen. Anyway, like that was the one that everybody recommended. And that thing still worked even when we got rid of it. Like, and it weighed probably 50 to 75 pounds. And I can't remember what the name brand was, but the thing was awesome. Have you figured out the scoreboard? Maybe I could make a piece of armor. What do I have on? Oh, right. So I have nothing great on. Orbital strike beacon. Okay. Let's see here. Armor. So I got left arm. That's not a great chest piece. Left leg. So I need a right-sided stuff. troubleshooters. Ooh, AP refresh. Overeaters. Heck yes. No to the scoreboard. Alright. So the scoreboard is like your season pass type thing. Like Destiny, I know, has their own seasons or whatever that come out like every so often, like every 6 to 8 weeks or whatever. And like you have to complete certain tasks in order to move along, and you get free stuff. A lot of them make you pay. You don't have to pay for Fallouts. That's one of the good things about this game. So the scoreboard, you just go into the menu, you go to the scoreboard, and basically you progress throughout the whole thing, and you just claim the stuff as you go, which is good. So like this one right here, like you'll see it says Fallout First reward. So like Fallout First members get a bonus. Anyway, so that comes in handy. So like if you end up liking the game and you actually want to play, if you're a hoarder, you're going to need Fallout First. Just going to tell you that straight up. Like once you get it, it is game changing. Because you get something called a scrap box. It's this guy here, and what you do is you just go over and you put all your scrap in there. So you can see, look, I have 162 cork and 105 crystals. That's 11 pounds. I have 21 pounds of adhesive, 2 pounds of that. I mean, like, it's just craziness to how much this stuff weighs. 88 pounds of circuits. Like, circuits are hard to come by. Ballistic fiber, that's 12 pounds of ballistic fiber. Ballistic fiber is really hard. You don't want to have to get rid of that. And the thing is like, if you don't have it, like, you're constantly having to go out and trying to find all the things you need to, like, fix your weapon, or, you know, fix your armor, or make whatever. So it comes in handy, and plus you get a tent, and I can show that to you if you need me to. But you get all these fine bonuses basically. So the thing that I do every day on TikTok that you watch and you have no idea what it is the challenges. And so you get daily challenges. Well, that is your score. So the score actually is what helps you progress through the board faster, but you get score just by playing the game and leveling up. So like every time you gain certain amount of XP, so it's 2,500, you get 63 score. So it's going to take you a lot longer than if you destroy 5 robots with a rifle. And so mine's more also because I have Fallout First, and as you progress through the board, they give you little like level ups basically, and it makes it go faster. But as you get to the end, it takes longer and longer to get through the challenges to get the bar to go all the way up, basically. So like I have Fallout First. If you look in the top, you can't. Well, you can see it. It's right beside my face on the screen. It says Fallout First boost. It says 25%. So that helps my score by 25%. But anyway, like you go through the board and you get all sorts of fun stuff. This board is actually, I think, one of my favorites so far. But you get stuff that you can't get anywhere else. So like here you get Nuka-Cola Mystery Machine. This thing's awesome, but I like it. You do like it. You don't love it? Wait a couple days. If you play it a couple more times, wait, and then tell me how you like it. Literally, maybe get to level 50, and then tell me what you think, because you're already level 20. You'll be at level 50 here before too long. Like, if you came into the game, I could probably get you to level 50 tonight. Like, no problem. Me and Jason could have it taken care of. And it's not double XP or anything. But, see a Cappy hat? Caps? Atoms? And the atoms, you get free atoms. That can be used at the Atom Shop. And that's also where you get free stuff every day. So, like, the free stuff is all the way at the back under your special screen. It's the top right tab. You can't see it because it's behind my face. Anyway, like, today's a free repair kit, so you can claim it. And I should go over what repair kits do, because I played for forever and had no idea what repair kits did. So let me tell you what those do, because it's really freaking important, especially if you're a low level. Okay, repair kits. I don't know if you noticed, but a little while ago one of my guns broke. So basically you go into your weapon and you see this one, it needs to be fixed. So it's not broken, but once it's broken you can't use it anymore. So anyway, you basically go in and you just I don't know what yours is going to do, but you go under inspect repair. Mine's the right stick, and I just push it in, and it brings it up, and it says Y for repair kit. So it's at the bottom right there. So I push Y, and it says basic repair kit or improved repair kit. So you get the improved repair kits from actually doing the Scorched Beast Queen. So that's Scorched Earth. Somebody's got to drop a nuke, and it triggers the events, and it's all sorts of fun. A big old Scorched Beast comes out that is a 3-star. Michelle said hi.
Hi, girl.
He says hi, girl. Anyway, that's basically how you get those. But the basic repair kits, thanks. The basic repair kits is ones that you can get from the scoreboard, or you can actually get free from the Atomic Shop. I'm good. Anyway, so then you just push repair, and you can do the same thing with your armor. So like this one needs to be repaired. There it goes. I'm good. What are you doing?
People like floating pizza.
Yeah, I know. The other thing that you get is something called a scrap kit. And those are under miscellaneous. Now they weigh, all this stuff weighs stuff, just so you know. So it really sucks. Anyway, scrap kit. I have 142 scrap kits. You get these from different events. You get it from, you know, the Atomic Shop. You get it from the scoreboard. Obviously, I don't use it that much. Oh, and nuclear key cards, when you start getting those, they weigh a pound apiece. So do not keep those. That's just crazy. Oh, and gunpowder weighs a buttload as well. So you can see that's 11 pounds of gunpowder. Who needs 11 pounds of gunpowder? They're getting ready to change that, though, with the next update, and that'll be part of the ammo storage. But anyway, the scrap kit, like basically what you do is if you're going through a level and you've picked up a bunch of stuff, and I'm talking like a bunch of stuff, and you're like, I really need all this stuff, but it's weighing me down. You've already broken it down so that way it gets your weight off. Like you go over to one of these machines and you do the junk scrap or whatever. It says scrap items, and you scrap everything that you can scrap. It says scrap all junk. That'll reduce the weight of those items, just so you know. Anyway, like if you have a bunch of stuff, you basically can go in here and then just do scrap kit. And it will take all the scrap and put it into your stash box if you have a, if you don't have Fallout First, but if you have Fallout First, it puts it right into the scrap box. So everything just goes right in there, and you don't have to go dump it, which is super nice. This is the ammo storage box. They just gave this to us. That's the thing I've been talking about, and it's free storage for your ammo. Like railway spikes weigh a lot. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of stuff. Here's 18,000 rounds, so that's 18 pounds. Who needs 18 pounds? I mean, like, you go through ammo like crazy, but as you can see, like, it kind of is nice. So I can make a lot on one of my characters, drop it with Jason, and then pick it up and put it in there, basically. So that's the scrap kits and the repair kits, because the repair kit, I went to so many events and was like, now I have no weapon, all my weapons broke, what am I gonna do? And so I was like punching things with my fist, or I always carried around a melee weapon. But I was watching somebody's video and I just saw them do it, and I was like, what is that? How do I do that? And then I was like, oh my god, this is what this is. But they do weigh something. So there's the improved repair kits, so it weighs 1 for 10, and the basic, I have 6 of them, 61, so that's 6 pounds. So as you can see, miscellaneous is where a lot of your weight will be if you go in and look. The other thing that you probably need to know is when you go to put stuff in your scrap box or stash box. So if you got perk cards on, it's going to show you that the weapon, like if you got bear arms, if you put in something huge in here, like here's a grenade launcher. See, it says it weighs 7.56 pounds. Well, I have bear arms on. It actually weighs probably like 10 pounds. But it's not going to show it to me like that. So let me see if I can have one in here that I can just take out so you can see how much of a pain in the butt it is. Okay, here's a 50 cal. Okay, so it says 7.56. So if I take that out, I should have 710 in my stash box here. So let's see how much I lose. There you go. Went to $6.99. That's 18 pounds. So it falsely gives you how much weight you're actually putting into your stash box. So that's another thing. The best weapon in my opinion, especially when you're first starting out, is anything that's vampire. Vampire will heal you while you're hitting a target. So like anytime you're firing, it's healing you, which is super nice because if things are coming up to you, they'll kill you. If you can find a vampire's minigun and you can actually mod it, you can mod it and put on something called a shredder. If you have the mod plan for that. Anyway, you put that on and you don't even have to have bullets. You can just go up to stuff and like hold the button like you're firing, and it will actually grind up the things. And if you have vampire, like, you'll be standing there just doing it, and it's really hard for them to kill you because you're just basically giving them all this damage that's constant. The other thing about vampire weapons is if you have ricochet on, which I'm not even sure if I do on this character, I don't. But it's under luck. If you have ricochet on, it basically, anytime like you're holding that weapon and you're shooting, if one of the bullets bounce off of you and goes back to the enemy, it also heals you while it hurts them. So that's always fun too. This isn't even my right card pack.
Got this, Pat. Smile on, keep the energy up.
Let's see, maybe I have it on this one. Yeah, there's ricochet. I thought I had it on. So there it is. What else, Michelle?
Don't you just love the smell of the radiated air?
No, I do not. Okay, let's see. Do I have plans for this stuff? I do. One of the plans, if you see, that's worth getting, since you're also, hoarder, is pocketed or deep pocketed plans. Anytime I saw those, I paid for those. Excavator power armor actually gives you 100 extra carry weight if you have all the pieces. The new Union power armor, which you can only get by doing the expedition stuff, which is something for a later date, but you get all the pieces for that. You get 75 pounds of extra carry weight as well. But the thing is like, that extra 75 pounds, your book bag comes off and all your armor comes off. So like, if you got a bunch of deep pocketed stuff and you got 10 pounds all over, it might not be worth taking it off.
You got calibrated shocks.
Yeah. Jason says you can add the calibrate shocks and they'll add more carry weight as well. I have mine down to a fine science, and what it works for my character at the time, that's what I do. And basically, as soon as I take that off and get into the power armor, I literally, almost every single time, weigh like 1,200 pounds, even in the power armor. So it's better for me just to leave that the way it is. There's food and drink. You're answering questions I didn't know I had. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. This game is very complex. And they don't do a great job of like explaining this stuff to you. Because it gets like real intricate. You could definitely, like, people take it all the way down to a science, and I'm not kidding you. Like, there's this one reviewer named Angry Turtle, like, literally, he takes it down to the math of the game, and it's crazy. I don't have the patience for that. Like, that's not me. Like, I just refer people over to him. But, and he's great. He answers a lot of questions. He has his own Discord server. He's very, very, very knowledgeable. But let's see here. Berry Mentats will give you an increase to your intelligence. They don't last very long, so I would suggest that you actually put on the Chem Fiend if you have spot for it and you can get to it. Because, like, once you level it all the way up, 100% longer is how much longer it lasts. So, and that helps you to level up as well. So I wouldn't take it until you're getting ready to kill something. So if you have those, do not sell them. Not that you'd probably sell them anyway, because you're a hoarder like me. So one of the other things that you probably need to know is with the magazines, I don't know if you found magazines, but magazines and bobbleheads, supposedly, I've not tested this, but supposedly you can't take both. So, like, you know how you take one bobblehead, you can't take a second one. It basically cancels out the other one. The same thing with the magazines. So if you take a magazine and you use it, it will cancel out whatever bobblehead you have going. Let's see here. Mutations, I have a whole video on mutations. Once you get to like level 50, you probably should go back and watch that. That's something you'll probably, since you don't have anybody in there playing with you, that you'll have to buy out of somebody's vending machine. I would not pay more than 300 caps worth them. Lunch boxes. So you get lunch boxes randomly from the scoreboard. Like I think it's like the second or third one you get 3. Well, you pop these before events, and you can actually share them with everybody at the event. And if you go to the event and you pop one, more than likely other people will pop more. And once you get to 4 is all you really need. But you get bonus stuff. So like one of the ones is like bonus carry weight. You can get one where everything you shoot turns to confetti. So like basically every single one you open gives you a different thing. But you get 25% or 25 increase in your XP for each one you pop up to 4 to make it 100. So that's always a good thing to know. Let's see here. Rad-X. If you use Rad-X and then you use Rad-X diluted, it actually cancels out the Rad-X. So that's something to take into account for. Let's see. Make sure you go to your notes and read your plans and your recipes, because you'll be surprised how many you might be carrying around. You gotta have fusion cores for the power armor. You can buy a fusion core like generator thing, so like once you have a fusion core, if it empties out, you can actually put it into this machine. You have to pay real dollars for this though. You put it into the machine and it will like regenerate it and replenish it. The other thing that you should do is go over here. It's like right in here next to the train station. There's a factory, and it's one of these oh god, what are they called, Jason? The fusion core reactors. No. The workshops. There's a workshop over here, and actually you can power up the generator over there and like connect electricity to it after you cleared out everything, and there's a fusion core generator over there. There's a couple of them that do that on the map. This is the one that a lot of people use, and basically what happens is you come back to it and it'll give you so many fusion cores every hour. But other people can also go in there and get into it as well, unless you have a lock on it. I guess I can show you how to lock stuff real quick. Let's see. I should have something down here I can lock. I definitely do. My robot's up. Oh, that's something I can definitely teach you too. Let me show you the locks first, then I'll show you this other thing. So, anything that you put in your camp that people can raid, like this right here. So, Slocum Joe's coffee. It gives you canned coffee. This stuff is great for AP. It helps with jetpacks, because you use AP for your jetpacks. It also helps with running and jumping and all that fun stuff. So anyway, like basically you take one of these and it keeps your AP up for a long time. But if you want to lock it, you just go into your build mode, and you can build at the workshops. And you actually just highlight it and you put lock, which on mine is the left trigger. It's all the way at the bottom left. And then you can lock it to level 1, 2, or 3. Or 0. And that means somebody has to pick it. If they pick it, then you can actually kill them. They'll become wanted for picking your lock. So that's that. Robots are great for gathering stuff, so if you have a Collectron, I'd say go ahead and get it. Why is this blacked out? Man, this thing looks terrible. Anyway, like basically it'll collect stuff for you, and then you just gather it up and you can use it. Cows will give you Brahmin milk and fertilizer. If you find a water cooler plan, those things are usually about 10,000 to 20,000 caps. If you find those, it's great. It gives you 2 purified for each one, as you can see there. Just a wonderful thing. Popcorn maker. This was on one of the scoreboard, I think, at some point. But you can eat that, and it'll give you a little bit of a boost. Each popcorn piece, I think, gives you something different. And then you got candy. The candy's actually on the board that you can get for free right now, but they give you little boosters too. And you can see what they are after you eat them underneath the effects tab. But there's all my mutations. The other thing that you might need to know is your camp. So you can actually make it so other people can't see your camp if you want. See, I'm already at it. I don't know if it's going to allow me to do it. I might need to run away. Maybe I'll just fast travel away instead of run away, because I'm going to run into some big high-level beastie down here. Anyway, you go over to it. Why are you gonna work? Why are you being such a butthead? Okay, let me find this other one. Where are you at? That's not mine. Here it is, okay. So here's one of my camps. So like you can have more than one camp, you gotta pay for the slot though. But once you pay for it, it goes to all your characters. So like I'm gonna activate this camp. Why are you being such a biatch? Jay, it's not doing the thing where it shows you how to activate your camp. Huh? He's saying just back out and go back into it. Let's see if it'll work now. Nope. It's still showing everything that I have. Oh, there it is. Just kidding. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, like you click on your camp instead of fast traveling, you can rename it. You can make it public. So public map icon on. That basically makes it so everybody can see it. If you don't want people to see your camp, you just turn it off. Change icon. You can actually change it to other little things. So like skull and crossbones, and this is what other players will actually see. So your stash box is full, or you want to know what to do if your stash box is full. I was going to say, your stash box is going to fill up. You're going to have to manage that. Unless you get Fallout first. I'm telling you. It's not a pretty sight at all. Let's see. Yeah. Here, let me just throw down my tent. So this is the tent that you get with Fallout first. So you just move it around till you find blue. You can put it up. You have instrument, which gives you a boost. Here's your cooking station. Mine has a tinker's workbench in it, so I can actually scrap stuff, like, you know, break down weapons and whatnot. It has your stash box and your scrap box. So the first thing you should do if your scrap box is full is sorry, I thought you asked another question, but you didn't. Anyway, you just go over to junk, and you need to see what junk you have over here. Like, I have hard mass in here. You can't store that in a scrap box, unfortunately. It's like one of the only things. But anyway, this is a really rare item, so it's worth the £9 to me to keep it. But if you have a bunch of stuff in here, like, let's say you have, an iron or a toaster or whatever, you need to go in and actually break those items down to just the junk form. And just the junk form would be like, you know, your bone shards, your ceramic scrap, because it weighs less that way. The other thing you can do is some of them you can actually bulk. And I think you do that, it's either the Tinker's Workbench or it's the, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Here it is, bulk. It is the Tinker's Workbench. So you can bulk your asset and stuff. The only thing is you need to pay attention to how much it weighs, because sometimes when you bulk it, it actually ends up weighing more. There's like a whole list online for that. But yeah, your stash box is going to get full real fast. The first thing I do is clean out anything that you do not need. You're going to start collecting weapons. You're going to start collecting armor. You're not going to know what's good. I like explosive guns. Explosive guns give extra damage, so like if there's nearby enemies and you hit one, it will actually do splash damage onto the other one, so that means you tag more enemies. It means more XP. Let's see here. Make sure you don't have any plans that are unknown. If you have a bunch of plans that you have the same one, they'll be under notes. And it'll actually say known. And And you don't want to have like 20 plans in your stash box taking up a bunch of weight because they weigh a quarter of a pound a piece, so 4 is 1 pound. Anyway, like you don't want to have a bunch of these sitting in there. If you got 20 of them, that means it's super rare. Get rid of it, or put it into a vending machine and sell it for like a couple caps. Let's see. But you need to go in and figure out what stuff in here you do not need, because that's going to be the biggest thing. Like, you're more than likely not going to need a bunch of, oh god, the fireworks. Fireworks are the pits. A bunch of grenades or stuff like that. Ammo, you need to make sure that you're checking your ammo, because that stuff weighs a ton. And like I said, if you have on a perk card, it's actually going to mess up the weight over here. So it'll show that it weighs one thing, but it actually weighs a whole lot more. Mods, these things weigh a pound a piece. You can sell these. You can actually sell them to the train station too. Sell them in your vending machine, or you can actually scrap them down for the thing. Like this one gives you ballistic fiber. This is a really rare plan that you have to get from the Enclave, so it's not one I would scrap. But like this one gives you 2 steel, and that one gives you 2 steel as well, more steel, leather. So anyway, you can break them down in order to get rid of some weight. Let's see here. Most of the holotapes don't weigh anything, but you can actually go into either in your stash box or in your actual Pip-Boy. You can go over to your items and you can actually sort it by how much it weighs. So let's see here. There it is. So mine's my left stick gets pushed in, and so it says sort by weight. And so you just go up to the top, and it'll tell you exactly what weighs the most. So all these weigh the same, they're 0. But if I go over to ammo, it's going to also tell me at the top which one weighs the most. But see, it's already, they fixed this. So anyway, like it used to be, you could just go across the top and show you the weight for every single one. You got to do it every single time though. So you go to weight. And so the fusion cores obviously weigh the most. But that'll also help you kind of identify what's weighing you down real quick. Like I said, gunpowder's one. You don't realize you have a whole bunch of it. You just keep on picking it up, and you're going to have to drop some of it off. Bobby pins don't weigh anything, really. The improved repair kits, regular repair kits, nuclear key cards, they all weigh something. Scrap kits. But you can see here, like, the thing that's weighing me down the most, this nuclear key card weighs the most. But then you can actually sort it by the stack weight, which is like the bulk weight of the items. So obviously, it's going to be like the repair kits or something. See, there's 14 pounds of scrap kits. But the deep pocketed stuff will actually help you with your carry weight. And obviously, if it has a +1 strength, it will also help you with your carry weight. What else you got? Or does that answer enough of it for now? Like, I don't want to overwhelm you with stuff. I mean, you're not easily overwhelmed, so I don't think I would, but you have a lot going on there. While I'm waiting for your response, I'll show you the Atomic Shop too. So you get the atoms off the scoreboard, and then you can go into the Atomic Shop, and they have different stuff every single week. Like that's just too much money. This is adorable. It's a backpack. That's what your backpack would look like. Super adorable. But that's $7 in real world money. No. I mean, if that's what you want to buy, that's fine. But a lot of times they put stuff on sale. They have bundles that are decreased. Like right now, they got a special for the loadouts. So they're like super cheap. And the camp camp slots are on sale. The other thing is you gotta be careful, because some of the stuff you can actually get with a different currency in game. So you don't want to be wasting real world money on something that you can get in game. It's not a whole lot of it, but there is some. And you can buy, I didn't go over the Scouts banner. Oh, carry weight boosters are super awesome. They give you 50 pounds of carry weight for an hour, I think. Red Ant Lager will give you 50 pounds of carry weight for 1 minute. It's a liquor, if you can find some. But it also, after the minute, you get 50 pound deduction for like 2 or 3 minutes. So basically, if you know where you need to go, you pop that thing and then you go, and then you'll be stuck there for a couple minutes. But you can get the carry weight boosters off the board too. They do not have that many on the board this time, which is very upsetting in my opinion. But the other thing is with Fallout First, you get atoms every month. I think it's like 16 or 1700 atoms. So like if you actually pay for the year, I think it's $100 for the year. That means it's like $8 a month. Well, the 1700 atom or so that you get for free is like more than $10. So if you end up playing this a lot, you can get your atom and get the stuff.
In there we haven't seen in like years.
Yeah, and the other thing is like sometimes you see this stuff and it won't come back into the store. Like I think we played for almost a year before we saw the power armor helmets, which is like one of my favorite things. This thing is like super rare. They have it in a bundle normally. This is the first time I've seen it myself being sold by itself. Anyway, but I like that one too. Wells and stuff will give you water. Some of them, there's one that's like this morbid, I think it's called like a morbid well, and it's supposed to be for Halloween. Anyway, you get blood packs and stuff out of it, so it's kind of funny. The weight bench will actually give you 10 extra carry weight, like 2 strength, for like half an hour to an hour, I think. So that helps out a little bit too. Once you become mutated, since you're a hoarder like me, I would suggest you become carnivore, because then you'll be able to use meats to your advantage. Like, let me see if I have any of it. Oh, the Vintage Magic Moonshine also gives you 4 strength, so that's 20 pounds of carry weight. So if you have that stuff, don't get rid of it. Drink a Nuka Shine, fuck around, find out on that one. And let's see here. See, this carry weight boosters. So I don't have a Deathclaw thing. Anyway, Deathclaw meat, once you cook it, it gives you an increased carry weight. When you're carnivore, it actually doubles the benefits of it, so then you can carry more, so it's like 25 extra pounds of carry weight. The Yao Gai pastries, oh, here's one. Gulper stuffed foot. These are found down at Nuka World. Sometimes they're just sitting around. Anyway, you get 4 extra strength. So like if you get it right now, since you're not mutated, it'll give you like 10 pounds of carry weight, but for me it gives it 20. The other one that's sitting around down there that will help you as well is here's a ribeye steak. Ribeye steak, that will give you, see, carry weight of 40 pounds. But if I'm on a team, if there's more people on my team, I can get up to 50. Let's see here. And that's because of my perk cards. Do I have any of them? Here it is. Yao Gai pastry. These things can give you up to 75 pounds of carry weight. But like I said, like one of the thing that makes you jump high takes away your carry weight. So like right now I weigh 283 and I got 301 for the carry weight. So like what I have versus, you know, what I can hold. But if I find another team, let's see. That one's full. Let's jump worlds.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. I was trying to show her the carry weight thing, like when you get on a team. What? Stop. Anyway,
Rub it on your face.
I'm gonna get you here in a second. Okay, now I may go in. As you can see, I carried 311. So it helps out every person that's on your team. And that's from the Strange in Numbers. No. Yeah, it is the Strange in Numbers. And then, Class Freak helps mitigate the negative effects of your mutations. And Starch Genes is the one that you have to keep in order to keep your mutations. Otherwise, you will lose them. And I think that you have to be like level 35, I think, to get this one. I had it all written down. I did a whole video on it, and it has everything.
changes at
Storage Genes is 30.
Everything changes at level 50.
Yeah.
Once you hit level 50, it's a different game.
Yeah, the game is different once you hit level 50. Alright. What else? Inspirational. That one gives you bonus XP for no more people that's on your team. So I'd tell you to do that. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good tip right here. Okay, so for every 3 charisma that you have, okay, this is super important. It's only the ones that you assign. So, like, you have to assign the 3 charisma points actually under your perk card loadout. You can't, like, add it on with the legendary perks, because legendary perks you can actually get more. So, like, here's perception, and then you can level it up. So, like, you get plus 3 perk points to perception. It goes all the way up to 5 once you get it maxed out. But you can do charisma, strength, all of those can be put in these slots. So you just load it in. This electrical absorption will restore your fusion core when you're in power armor getting shot by like the Assaultrons. They have electricity, and they'll recharge your fusion core, which is nice. Anyway, I forgot what I was even saying. This is so terrible. What was I saying? Oh, the charisma. So anyway, when you have the 3 charisma, and you have to have 3, you can actually share a card that is level 1. So it says share, you push Y, and you're sharing that with your team now. So you just have to be careful what you pick, because there's something called a bloodied build. There's a couple perk cards that actually get rid of radiation. And they're bloodied, which means that they're highly irradiated. It's a different way of playing the game. That's something that you don't really need to understand till later, but you won't know what it is, and like sometimes people put it on because they only have 1 point on it, and then like people will kick them off their team. So that's just something to be aware of. So like I normally do green thumb or something along those lines. Why is my good with salt only 1? No. This is so bad. No wonder all my food's going bad. Oh, this is a bad day right here. Gotta get rid of this stuff. No. Okay. Anyway. So there's that. So like this character has 6. You have to have 3 for each card you share. So like, do I have any that's a 2? So I can actually share Demolition Expert at level 2. And I just push share, and it shares it. But when you go in and you change your loadout with the loadout machine, it'll get rid of that. So, but you can see right there, everybody's sharing something on the sideline there with the casual team. Oh, and when it has the lock next to it, that's when you actually get your XP bonus, and it'll tell you at the top. So right now it just says X1 bonus. When it gets up, when we all get linked together or whatever, it'll say plus like ×4 or ×3 or whatever. Have you figured out how to do your side quests and stuff? Like how to do all this fun stuff? Like manage them. See, like there's a bunch of crap on the side of the screen. Like you can get rid of it. There's minor miracles there. So I can actually do that quest if you need to do it. Miscellaneous ones. So this is the one that most of the time like is hard for you to figure out why you have all these like stupid quests that are highlighted, and you're like, but I only have 1 that's selected. Well, you go to miscellaneous and it'll be a bunch of them underneath here. So you have to kind of figure it out. Just because you deactivated them doesn't mean that you're not doing them. You can still complete them without having them active. And you can also show like where you need to go on the map by pushing your mine's the right bumper. So it'll show you like I need to go there for this quest. So super helpful. You have daily quests that can be repeated. It's usually every 20 to 24 hours. You can do it again and again and again. The best one, in my opinion, is the one with the drunk robot. That is Bender from Futurama. and he is at the tattoo parlor. Do I even have that on this character? I do not. Tattoo parlor is like right around in here. Anyway, you go in there and he gives you like recipes for different alcohols, and then you have to use the alcohol and then complete a task and then report back to him what the effects of the alcohol was. Once you have this place selected up here, Vault 51, you can get Radiant Longer. Basically, you pick it up. You have to pick up 200 items in order to reset the items, and then so when you leave and come back to a world, there'll be another one. So basically, you just need to pick up a bunch of stuff, and that way I'll reset the stuff. So like if there's something that you're trying to basically farm, you basically would pick up a whole bunch of stuff, so that way you can get rid of it and drop it, or scrap it or whatever you want to do, so that way it'll spawn back in again. That's a nuke zone right there. You have to have radiation on, or a what's the suit called?
Hazmat suit.
Well, hazmat suit, but the other one, the one that you get from the from Foundation.
Oh, Chinese stealth armor.
Oh, Chinese stealth armor. If you have just Chinese stealth armor, that will help. Oh, another thing that will help you, that a lot of people don't realize at the very beginning is, do I even have it on this character? I might not even have it. Apparel, that's where it's at. Where are you at? Oh, I don't think I have it. Oh, that's Bad News Bears right there.
What?
I don't have any Under Armour on.
Boo hoo hoo.
I mean, I have this one, but that doesn't have anything on it.
You're missing out on a...
Yeah, I know. I gotta go fix that right now. Well, I'm gonna show you how to make Under Armour then. Go down here to Nickel World. So, of course, I'll go over here and I'll switch my loadout. Go over to armor, craft. So you have to get the plans for these. So Under Armour. So the first one that you'll be able to find more than likely is you'll find somebody that has like a marine wetsuit, and it gives you like prevention from damage, waterborne hazards, and disease. And there's a whole bunch of other ones too. I'm probably going to do this one. This one's from the board. I don't know if you can add the Secret Service to it, but I'll just find out. Then you'll get a modify. If I could do it. Okay. So, you can buy the mods or find the mods for these in different locations, but they all do something different. So this one has 4 strength, so that's 20 extra carry weight, just for the shielded. Obviously the standard doesn't give that to you, but shielded gives you perception, endurance, it gives you damage resistance, it shows you how much. You got the resistant liner, that gives you 10 strength, and the treated also gives you 10. So, I mean 10 pounds, it gives you 2. So the shielded is definitely one of the better ones. So then you just gotta make sure you equip it. It goes on underneath your clothes, and it'll be under shielded. Maybe. Where are you at? Dang. Where are you? I'm going over to new. It's under this now? No, it's not. There it is. Shield Nicotwist Secret Service. Anyway, that's something good to know. Let's see here. Oh, if you ever get clothes from an event, do not get rid of that. I'm pretty sure at least one of us had gotten the clothes from one of the events and we got rid of it. I'm not even kidding you. There's some super rare outfits, and at the beginning you get stuff and you don't even know what it is, and then you're like, did I get rid of that? I probably got rid of that. I probably had it and I got rid of it. So anyway, like, make sure that you don't get rid of any outfits. Just ask me what they are. I mean, tell me what they are. As far as finding them in the world, the only way you'd find a rare outfit in the world is if you found it at somebody's vending machine, or you go to search for the nurses' outfits, and the nurses' outfits are found right down here at Fort Defiance. So if you found a red, let me tell you the actual name of it. I think I have it on this character. Do I not? Yeah, here it is. I have a yellow one. Okay, so asylum worker uniform yellow. If you find this one, a forest green or a red one, they're super rare. You can only find it in 3 different locations inside the asylum, and it's super rare to even find it, and anybody can actually get it and pick it up, and that means it's gone from the world and you won't be able to get it. So it could have been in the world and you just didn't get it because somebody else did. So you'll often see people like jumping worlds just to try to find that. But if you pick up a dress in there, it automatically gets rid of it for 24 hours.
Telling me the same fortune.
That's all stuff that you would probably do later on, but just in case you run across it for whatever strange reason. You got anything else? I don't even know if you're still here. No brains.
Old Millie. May not be much. You better watch
You
it.
better calm down. Alright, if you don't have anything else, I'm probably going to get off here and go get something to eat, because I haven't eaten today, except for what you saw me eat. Oh, this quest right here, the Sheep Squatch one, is one of my favorite ones, but you don't want to do it till later. And there's an event that gets triggered at the very end of it, and you better have a world full of people, because it'll be one of the hardest enemies that you face as a newer level 50. Nah, but thank you. Alright, no problem. Of course you can text me anytime. Or call. But, what are you doing, Monster Hunter? Alright, take care everybody out there, and if you have any questions, let me know.